don't you just hit it?
Where are we riding to?
South Carolina.
Today?
Yeah.
It's 6:30.
I know.
How many hours is that?
4.
4 hours?
4 hours, bro.
Fuck.
My best friend Jordan and I set out to go join a hog touring rally. And this is the first time I'd really had anything to do with a hog anything. The backstory between Jordan and I, well, we've known each other for a long time. We both served in the military together. And now we like riding motorcycles. All right, here's what I learned about H.O.G. H.O.G is Harley's owner group. And they put on these touring rallies. Well, a touring rally is one that goes from one place to another place. So a rally is just usually in a big location like Sturgis. But a touring rally, and in this case, the Tour of Valor, started in Pensacola, Florida, and ended up in Washington, D.C. And the cool thing about this one, and part of the reason why Jordan and I were there, is because this one was for Memorial Day. And a lot of the stops that they made along the way had some sort of significance in American history, or was some sort of memorial that was dedicated to one of the wars that we lost soldiers. So this is a little bit of a look into the world of a touring rally. Jor, what you doing?
Rounding my nut off.
You're what?
Rounding my nut off with a shitty crescent wrench. If my shop teacher from high school, Mr. Madsty, saw me today with this wrench, turning it, he'd fucking kill me.
All right, this is my best friend Jordan.
That's me.
Brother, really. We both served in the military together, 5 years in the Navy.
That's right.
He did more than 5 years.
8.
Cool, yeah. And Jordan's always that friend that I'm like, hey, dude.
Trip of a lifetime.
Trip of a lifetime. You down?
He just calls me up sometimes and says, you want to go do this crazy thing? And I'm always available for you.
So what was the first trip of a lifetime?
First trip of a lifetime, we sailed a boat from Connecticut to Jacksonville, where we lost our engine and we lost our sail in the middle of a storm off Cape Hatteras, and I saved our lives. You can tell your story if you want to, but it was all me. Second one was my favorite trip of a lifetime, where you called me off the coast of the Canary Islands to help you sail a boat across the Atlantic to Port St. Lucia. My brother's my family. He asked for my help, and here I am, sailing the Atlantic.
Jordan, how was that workout? Are you tired from that shit?
Fucking in. Fuck, it was so hard.
What happened?
The fucking kite blew off. Skipper's like, hold the line here. Hold this line here. And it fucking was blowing 1,000 miles an hour. I'm fucking holding all my might. And luckily I saved the day. I brought the kite all by myself. Because of me, the boat was rescued. We're gonna get across the Atlantic. Everybody lives. During the pandemic, which we didn't know was a pandemic until after we left, and the world was ending, and we had no idea in the middle of the coast, and we almost died. And that time, you saved our lives, I think. Actually, you know what? Charles did.
No, I saved our lives.
You did.
I did. I woke up in my underwear.
That's right.
On deck. You're just like, you look over, you're like, what the hell?
What's it called? A Chinese whatever, where the sail goes under, where the sail goes under the boat.
Reverse jibe.
Reverse jibe.
In the middle of the night.
Shout out to Charles, because
Charles.
Yeah.
Charles is a good captain.
But
without me being up there in my underpants,
we were all screaming for you. We're like, get Justin, get Justin.
And I was there. You're like, look, you looked over. There I was in my underwear.
Just fucking get over there, get over there, just going crazy. Yeah, I'll never forget that either.
And now this trip is a hog ride with the Tour of Valor.
Tour of Valor.
And it was especially important to me to have a fellow brother veteran come and do this with me. So here we are, and so far it's been really cool.
It's been an amazing experience. I had no idea that the Hog Association was like this at all. Honestly, I was really just blind to it. I thought it was gonna be a bunch of just dudes riding in formation to DC. I didn't realize that there was so many like veterans, so many just cool, like-minded people who are just riders. I mean, to be fair, not even trying to plug H.O.G. Like when I go home, I'm probably gonna go home and join my local association because like I mean I'm new to Jacksonville again, renewed to it. I just moved back there. I don't got a lot of friends. I ride alone. It gets really bored, and I just found out that if I go join a H.O.G. association, I'll probably find 30 to 50 guys who'll be my best friend overnight.
Guys and gals.
Thank you very much, guys and gals, because there's some really, really awesome and talented lady riders on this trip, and it's just been some really cool exposure for me.
H.O.G, Harley Owners Group, was started, I believe, in 1984, and you pay an annual membership fee to belong, and it's Harley's riding group. Now, I've been a member for like 20 years. But the H.O.G chapters are sponsored by a dealership. You have to have a dealership to create a H.O.G group. And there, you know, some chapters are 300 people, some are large. The one we were in Tennessee is like 30 of us. It's small, but it's like a family. And what happens when you go on these rallies, your family expands to other people in other states. This is our rallies for the last 4 years. We went 4 years ago, and there's people here that we knew 4 years ago, so it's like a home week.
I am Kimberly Yackel, and we are starting a new H.O.G chapter, and they're Thunderhead Mountain, and they're out of Kodak, Tennessee.
And I'm Dave Yackel. I'm obviously her husband, and in the same brand new chapter, first meeting the 1st of June.
I don't care what people say, tomorrow is too far away. We can leave and they can stay, cause I for one am never gonna change. Ever since I was a kid, knobby knees and lots of lip, I found it hard to listen when they told me to be quiet and to wait. I think they'd agree that's just not possible for me. I wanna shout, I wanna scream, I wanna dance, I wanna sing. I think you are just like me. Let's go see what we can see and sing a little louder for one.
Well, it's the 80th anniversary of D-Day this year. And I had an uncle that was a paratrooper in World War II, and he was in D-Day. Didn't know him that well, but it just brings all the sacrifice of thousands and thousands of men that gave their lives.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
On the Harley, the freedom is being able to get on, go where we want, do what we want, and to see this beautiful country with absolutely no restrictions. And we're doing it on a beautiful machine.
It means a lot to me, man. One, I support our troops to this day. I'm a veteran, obviously, myself, but I come from a long line of veterans. My grandfather being one of them. You know, he fought in World War II. Was highly decorated in World War II, and I always think to myself that I need to live up to his example. You know, that man fought in a war and survived to make me. And what kind of man would I be if I wasn't a man that oppressed him? And one thing he always taught me as a kid, you know, one thing he instilled in me among many things was, if you're not a man of your word, if you're not a man of your word, then you're not a man at all. And I live my life by those words. And I think most veterans would agree.
Hell yeah. All right, back to work.
My name is Dale Sims, and I'm riding a 2022 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Special. This is Harley-Davidson's first Tour of Valor. I'm really happy to be part of it. And in a touring rally like this, you get to meet other H.O.G members from all over the country. In this particular tour, many of them are veterans, but we all love to ride Harley-Davidson motorcycles. That's our passion, and we love the camaraderie, our fellowship when we get together. So it's been a really great experience. We started off in Pensacola, Florida, and we have visited a number of military museums and other military memorials along the way. My prime reason for joining the tour, however, and what I wanted to see is where we are right now is the National Museum of the Marine Corps. This is an excellent and very impressive facility. I served in the Marine Corps, have an honorable discharge from the Marine Corps, and for me to be able to come to this museum is very touching and moving for me personally.
Yeah. This was Jordan's first time ever being sweep. He crushed it. He did complain the entire time, but
on camera.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
I complain the entire time. Complain like the last hour of every day.
But he crushed it at sweep. He did a good job. I ended up having to take over as the, I guess, what do we call it? The captain? Ride captain? Road captain? I was a road captain.
Yeah.
I was a road captain. I don't know. See, yeah, I was a road captain.
Road captain.
Because
Cap.
the GPS wasn't working so good on one of the guys' bikes.
Yeah.
So we used the new Crystal Sky, I think that's what it is. But anyway, we used the new big display on the 2024. I had that Apple CarPlay, and it worked perfectly. I also was able to manage our stops so that you would complain less.
If you say complain one more time, I'm gonna fucking put you in that way.
Tell me a little bit about those guys, though.
Those guys were just pretty cool dudes, you know. I think it was cool because Dale and Pablo were like homies, and Freddie was just a guy that they met, you know, on the trip. But by the end, they were like a little, you know, a little tripod kind of. And on that day, I think we were, you know, know them very well. But later that night, we got to all hang out together. And I think now, like Dale and Pablo and I are gonna be friends. You know, they live an hour from my house, so I'll probably see them again someday. Probably someday, you know, soon, and go ride with them. You know, they're pretty cool guys.
And then we went with Nancy. And Nancy, for me, it was cool because I feel like I hang out with a lot of the lady tribe, obviously, pretty often. And dude, she could rip. And that Diablo was super cool.
Yeah.
Also, she's put an insane amount of miles on a motorcycle.
Good morning.
There she is. You ready to ride?
Yeah, let's do it.
You look like you're ready to ride.
Yeah, always. Nancy Webb. I have a 2022 Lowrider ST El Diablo number 945. 9, 4, and 5 add up to 18, which is 3 6s. And so for an El Diablo, I think it's a really good number. So I was in the Air Force for 26 years, active duty, and retired in 2018. So the H.O.G touring rallies are a fantastic way to get out, go see something different, and you're not at the same hotel, surrounded by the same people every night of like a stationary rally, if you will. So the touring rallies bring everybody together from all over the United States, sometimes even from other countries. And you start in one city and then you see things along the way and you spend the night in the next town and see things along the way, the next town, however many days. Some are short, some are a couple weeks. And it's just a fantastic way to get out there, see something new, meet new people, and just have a lot of fun. The fact that Harley is so supportive of the military and to do a ride like this truly means a lot as a vet. When it comes to freedom, to live in a country where you can get on a motorcycle or in a cage or on a bicycle and just go. I've been to about 60, 65 countries in my travels, and there is no place like the United States. All the good and all the bad together. And part of that is because of the freedoms that we have. In 2001, Harley came out with these gloves, and I really liked them, and I got a pair. And then I realized what happened because I ride so much. So now I get a lot of questions. Is that henna? Is it a brand? Is it a tattoo? And no, it's just a suntan. But for several years, every time I found a pair of these gloves, I bought every single pair. So I have about 10 pair now. And I wear them till they fall apart, and then I get another set.
All right, would you do this again?
Oh, I'm gonna do it again. I'm actually gonna go probably home and do my local H.O.G chapter. Well, I gotta do the H.O.G, what is it, national first, you know? But yeah, I'm a member now.
What do you think? What do you think of H.O.G, and what do you think of H.O.G now?
Before I honestly didn't really know about H.O.G, so sorry, Harley, if you're listening. But now that I know about it, my first impression wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, obviously. But then after like day 2 or 3 and 4, when you start to blend in, it's like you feel like a unit again. You know, even I started to feel like, even though everyone's my senior, I started to feel like I was just part of a military unit in some way. You know, and I just loved it. By the time I got done, everybody knew who my name was. You know, I had guys call me little brother. You know, good morning, little brother. You know, it just felt like I was at home again. And obviously the camaraderie is there, and you know, there's nothing better than like riding all day long. And then obviously you get done, you have a cold beer, and what do? We sit around, we trade war stories all night long. I mean, that's the life for a military veteran.
For sure.
And I'm Jordan.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, my take on it is, if I'm being totally candid, like, first of all, they put us to shame. Like, let's be real. They can ride. Like, these guys can ride.
They're road warriors.
Road warriors. And not only that, but what I found was that, man, these are people who they really do share the same passion as us. And it was really pretty special to be able to go with people who served well before us.
Yep.
And join along on this, like, very meaningful ride. And for a lot of these people, they had so many personal connections to the stops along the way that it was touching, dude, and a huge reminder of, like,
also such a tight group.
It was a tight group.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Really tight
it was definitely, and they pulled us in. We were like family by the end of it.
Yeah,
it was really, really cool.
I already missed them.
They don't miss you.
Yeah, they do.
All right. Anyway, so at the end of every one of my episodes, we say, "This is the way we roam." So, you ready to do it with me?
Yeah.
This is the way we roam.